What's up, coaches? Hope you guys are doing well. Here's our video for Thursday. So our centerpiece of today is the staggered stance RDL. What we're doing is building on the hinge mechanics that we've been developing through the barbell-based RDL. We're taking that same movement pattern and making it now a unilateral movement with the single leg approach and the double dumbbell, double kettlebell. All right. So what you want to do is have everyone grab a PVC. All right. We're going to do that first demo and that first practice round of 10 with the PVC. And then from there, once you have discussed and practiced the other two movements of the warm up, go ahead and have people launch into preparation using the double dumbbell, double kettlebell. All right. So I have a video here down in the actual strength, the link for the double dumbbell, double kettlebell stagger stance RDL, but with the PVC, just so we're clear, we're taking this stagger style stance with the back toe equal to or close to equal to the back heel. I have a little bit of width that would mimic my normal deadlift approach. So I'm not getting super wide, not being super narrow. And then from that staggered position, now I'm performing the same RDL range of motion. Softly bent at the knee, pushing the hip back. I should feel the loading in the front leg, particularly in that posterior chain, in the glute, the hamstring of that front leg. Just like the other version of the RDL, the range of motion here is dependent on the person. So they may feel that hamstring loads up nicely, and this is their full range of motion. Those that are flexible may be traveling a little further. The biggest thing that you want to watch for as a coach is when does the hip stop moving and the shoulders start reaching. The shoulders begin to reach, that range of motion is unnecessary. All we want to see is the hip traveling straight back. That's about it for me. In order to go any lower, I have to reach and round my shoulders. All right, so we're practicing there at 5 reps on each side with the PVC first. Slow, smooth, and steady. All right, the med ball tosses today, I have a 5-5 tempo with these. This is 3 reps where you're gonna be doing 3 seconds down, then a 3-second hold the bottom into a full vertical toss. So that's gonna look like this. Med ball in hand, wall ball or slam ball, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then boom, max vertical toss. Load it back up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, max vertical toss. And rounding out the warm up with our PVC pass-throughs. All right, so diving into the strength. This is our power-based day, every 2 minutes for 7 cycles. You guys know what's up. Make sure that you pay attention to the tempo of the RDLs and that they're loaded from the top. All right, so when I say loaded from the top, that first repetition, they're gonna pick up their double dumbbell, double kettlebell, they'll establish their split, and now they're gonna be starting that first repetition. All right, so make sure that they load from the top. That first rep doesn't count, and it doesn't matter how they pick up that first rep, they'll load from the top each time. All right. Logistics here, just putting this in here because I have it written at the top. Make sure you start half the room at 0 and half the room at 1. And make that a habit. Any class 8 or more, it really, really helps with the flow and it helps to coach more effectively. All right, so we have our double dumbbell, double kettlebell RDLs based on their particular track. This is a volume-based day with this movement. All right, not only are we looking to nail the hinge mechanics, but we're using volume with some light to maybe moderate loads at best. So that should be reflected in the workout. All right, our skill for the day, we have wall walks plus static hold. This is going to be scaled in lots of different ways. And when I say that, what I'm referring to is not necessarily the movement, but the angle at which they do their 10-second hold. So athlete's going to start, they're going to walk up the wall. I have a video link for you guys on that. Some may stop here. Some may keep walking and stop here. Some may end up going all the way to that full vertical position, nose and toes on the wall, and pause there. They want to pause where they can keep a straight, tight, hollow body. Everything connected from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes, right? Butt squeeze, legs tight, belly tight, everything in really good alignment. That's where they're going to pause, all right? For some, that may be right off the ground. For others, it may be, like I said, go into that full horror or fully vertical position. Now, we have in the fitness group, and this could also be true for anyone, we're going to be offering a sub for the wall walk. If they're not ready to start to get vertical in any fashion walking up the wall, we're going to go a 15-second toenail style push-up hold. All right, so when I say toenail style push-up hold, what I'm referring to is take this natural push-up position, and then I'm going to shift the weight to the very tips of my toes to mimic how it feels to be in a handstand position. So a normal push-up position, relatively balanced. Toenail push-up position, shifting to the very tips of the toes. It makes me much heavier on my hands. All right, so let's take a look at our workout. All right, so today's workout, we have a 12-minute partner AMRAP. Partners are going to be alternating movements. This is a little bit longer partner-based piece. This is not necessarily a high-intensity based piece, but more so a pacing piece, even though it's a partner workout. All right, so we want to make sure that our effort is 80 to 85%, something that they can really repeat over the course of the entire duration of the workout. All right, some stimulus-focused stuff here. With the movements, what we've done is we've sandwiched a very strict and demanding movement within the double unders and the shoulder overhead with those strict toes to ring. Can they show discipline and under high heart rate, under the confines of kind of a hectic style workout, to stop and really focus on the quality of a strict based movement? This is definitely a stamina-based approach with it being 12 minutes. Make sure they're doing something that's repeatable. So for each one here, what they're going to do is alternate movements from start to finish. For the double unders, 30 to 60 seconds is about right. Make sure you mention, hey, are you here for skill or are you here for conditioning? The barbell shoulder overhead. We would love for this to be a moderate, yes, slightly tough, but always unbroken for that barbell base shouldered overhead. That can be a push press or a push jerk. It should definitely be a leg driven movement though. All right, short and powerful dip. We're always pausing 1 second at the top. This should be just commonplace with us from now, by now with the shouldered overhead movement. 1 second pause at the top of everything. So the toes to ring. So these are strict, all right? We have it being a difficult task, probably be a big set, all right? Unbroken is not needed, but we need to be able to kind of chip away quickly with great quality. The toes to rings or less toes to rings, meaning they can chip away over the course of 30 to 45 seconds. That's really the sweet spot. We want to scale to be able to fit within that time frame, just so partners keep moving, all right? Now, you guys have a link here. I am doing kipping toes to ring in this video, but if you cinch those rings all the way up to the top, you can provide a place for a lot of people to do the strict toes to ring where they normally do ring rows or ring push-ups. I know a lot of people don't have a ton of high rings. Just cinch those rings all the way up to the top of the cage and you'll be able to accommodate a lot of folks for strict toes to ring. If you don't have the setup for lots of toes to ring, toes to bar work just fine here. All the same concepts. What we don't want to do is get into swinging. We want this to be a really true, strict movement. All right. If you guys have any questions or feedback on this day, a couple of the movements I'd like to hear feedback on are the strict toes to ring within the confines of the workout, as well as those stagger stance RDLs and how people did with those. Hope you guys have a great day. See ya.